What if I told you Ferrari was never supposed to become a car company? Before Ferrari became the most legendary supercar brand in the world, it was only a racing team. And the man behind it? He was obsessed with speed so deeply that people called him ruthless, cold, and completely addicted to winning. This is the untold story of Ferrari. The story begins with Enzo Ferrari in Italy during the early 1900s. As a child, Enzo witnessed a car race with his father. That moment changed his life forever. From then on, he became obsessed with motorsport. But Enzo Ferrari didn't start as a billionaire. In fact, his early life was filled with tragedy. During World War I, Enzo served in the Italian army. Soon after, both his father and brother died, and Enzo himself nearly died from illness. After the war, he desperately searched for work. Eventually, he found a job connected to automobiles. And slowly, he entered the racing world. Enzo first worked as a racing driver for Alfa Romeo. He wasn't the greatest driver in the world, but he understood racing better than almost anyone else. More importantly, he understood people. He knew how to build teams, how to motivate drivers, how to chase victory at any cost. In 1929, Enzo founded Scuderia Ferrari. At first, it wasn't a car company. It was a racing team managing Alfa Romeo race cars. And quickly, Ferrari became one of the most respected racing organizations in Europe. Then came the famous Ferrari logo, the prancing horse. According to Enzo, the symbol originally belonged to an Italian fighter pilot from World War I. The pilot's family suggested Enzo use it for good luck, and eventually, it became one of the most recognizable logos in history. But Enzo Ferrari had bigger ambitions. He didn't want to simply manage someone else's cars forever. He wanted total control. Eventually, tensions grew between Enzo Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. And in the late 1930s, Enzo left the company. But there was a problem. He legally couldn't use the Ferrari name on cars for several years. So during that period, he secretly continued building racing machines under different names. Then World War II began. Ferrari factories were damaged by bombing. Production nearly stopped completely. But after the war ended, everything changed. In 1947, Ferrari finally released its first official car, the Ferrari 125S, powered by a V12 engine. From the very beginning, Ferrari focused on performance and racing. Enzo Ferrari famously said he only built road cars to finance his racing addiction. And racing became Ferrari's identity. The company entered Formula One, and eventually became the most successful and iconic team in F1 history. Ferrari wasn't just building cars, they were building legends. But behind the glamour, Ferrari was intense. Enzo Ferrari ruled the company like a dictator. Employees feared him. Drivers respected him. But many were terrified of him too. Winning was everything, and losing was unacceptable. During the 1950s and 60s, motorsport was unbelievably dangerous. Drivers died regularly. But Enzo continued pushing for more speed and more victories. Some critics accused him of caring more about racing than human lives. Others saw him as a genius completely consumed by competition. And despite the risks, Ferrari kept winning. Cars like the Ferrari 250 GTO became icons. Today, the 250 GTO is one of the most valuable cars ever made, worth tens of millions of dollars. Then came one of the most dramatic moments in Ferrari history. In the 1960s, Ford Motor Company tried to buy Ferrari. The deal was almost complete. But at the last second, Enzo Ferrari walked away. He refused to give Ford control over Ferrari's racing operations. Henry Ford II was furious. And what happened next became legendary. Ford decided to destroy Ferrari at Le Mans. That rivalry led to the creation of the Ford GT40. And in 1966, Ford finally defeated Ferrari after years of Ferrari dominance. It became one of the greatest rivalries in motorsport history. But Ferrari survived the humiliation. and eventually came back stronger. Over the years, Ferrari produced some of the most legendary supercars ever created. The Ferrari F40, built to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary. Raw, fast, dangerous. And it became the last Ferrari personally approved by Enzo Ferrari before his death. Then came cars like the Ferrari Enzo, LaFerrari, and countless Formula One machines. Ferrari became a symbol of wealth, power, and exclusivity. Owning one wasn't just about driving, it was about status. But Ferrari also became famous for being extremely selective with customers. The company has reportedly banned celebrities and influencers from buying certain limited models because of behavior Ferrari disliked. Ferrari wanted control over its image at all times. And even today, Ferrari remains one of the most protective brands in the world. Meanwhile, Ferrari dominated Formula One during the early 2000s with Michael Schumacher. Together, Schumacher and Ferrari became nearly unbeatable, winning multiple world championships and creating one of the greatest eras in racing history. Today, Ferrari is no longer just a car company. It's a global symbol, a dream brand, a machine built around emotion, speed, and obsession. But the craziest part of the story is this. Ferrari was never created because Enzo Ferrari loved road cars. He built them only to keep racing alive. And somehow, that obsession created one of the most legendary automotive brands the world has ever seen. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment. What is the greatest Ferrari ever made? F40, 250 GTO, LaFerrari, or something else? And I'll see you in the next video.